As you can tell, my left hand isn't up to scratch. I've been practicing this exercise for about 2 weeks now, and it's more usable, but it's not behaving how I want it to. When I first started practicing this exercise, this Dave Westall stick exercise, finger technique exercise, my right hand was positioned more like that. That's an exaggerated version, but it was like that, rather than the thumb being on the top, as he prescribed. But eventually, when I got my fingers working, it started behaving. The right hand started doing what it should, but my left hand never would. That needed a lot more work. I mean, it's a lot better now than it ever has been, to be honest with you, and it's still not right. But I'm back to this position, more with the thumb going in that position rather than that, and that's because the fingers aren't strong enough to hold it into place, keep it in place, and so the fingers pushing up against the stick, because that's a thinner, a slimmer fulcrum. The sticks aren't powerful enough to keep a grip and to take advantage of the bounce to play faster finger techniques like that one. I can't do that one. See, there's a juddering. That juddering is big. I think that's a bit, to be honest with you, I think that's a bit of my conscious control. And when I lose conscious control of it, it does it of its own accord. But I think that's to do with your brain. It just can't keep up. There's no power there. But when I'm focused and practicing, it's okay. It's just not. I can only go up to about 115 beats per minute. Then it starts really jerking. But if I start slow at 70, then go 80, 90, 100, 110, 115. By the time I get to 115, it's okay. Any faster than that, then I'm struggling. There's just no power there, basically. I've got to build some power up to get the grip. So when I get to about 115 beats per minute, I have to really push it a little bit to the 120, 125, and basically risk falling apart to really push my fingers to work. And then when I come back again the following day and start practicing it slower, it's a fraction better, and then the same happens again. And then when I come back again the following day, it's a little bit better, and it's gotten better over these last couple of weeks. It just won't. There's just no power in there, and I think that's tied to the fact that the right hand brain controls the left side of the body. I mean, I've heard loads of drummers get asked this question: is there any difference between the traditional grip, which I don't do, and the match grip? And they always say no, but I think that's basically because they've practiced it so much that there is no difference, basically. But I think when you're beginning, there's a certain point where your right hand brain, well, let's start at the beginning with the right hand. The left hand side of the body, the analytical side of your brain, more into linear processes, i.e. playing a single pattern, a repetitive pattern, or step-by-step processes, is tied to the right hand, and that's the conscious, well, they say that's the conscious way of thinking. So it's easier for me to think about the right hand consciously with my left brain, and and play that. But when it comes to the right brain supposedly understands more spatial. They used to say it was creative, but after researching a Harvard paper on it, or at Princeton, one of the other, and it was about the right brain being more spatial, more big picture rather than little step-by-step processes. And that's why when I'm thinking with my left brain to try and control it, it's difficult. But then when I let go, it loosens up and it plays on its own. It's an automatic process. And so I think the key is to practice with obviously struggle with it with my left brain, thinking about it, pushing it, and consciously thinking about moving those fingers, and make the mistakes that I need to make to get to the next level, which is when I've got some power in my fingers, then I can let go of it and let it do it automatically. I mean, I don't have to think about that, I can just do it with the right hand, but with the left hand, I need to think about it, which is left brain, and which it doesn't coincide with the right hand brain, left side of the body scenario. Whether that's true or not, I don't know, but it seems to be having an effect, whether it's true or not. So I think there must be something behind it. And so therefore, I think to get a better balance between my two brains regarding this exercise, regarding getting the fingers going, I need to consciously control it, think about it, practice it, slow tempos, build it up over time. I think from what I've seen over the last couple of weeks, it's going to take me about 3 months to get this really kicking in, where I can play it like that, basically, because any single stroke rolls I do, I can't go to the next level because the fingers won't do it, and I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. It's all stiff. I mean, I spent my life doing doubles. I really actually avoided doing the singles because of the initial problems I had when I tried getting them fingers going. They just wouldn't go. I couldn't control them at all. But then again, the internet wasn't around at that time, and I was basically on my own to learn and try and learn on my own as best I could. So, well, yeah, basically. And as I practice it, I really need to, instead of practicing it like that, like down, I need to really see those fingers won't work. So 3 months later, I'll record another video, see how we've done. I mean, I basically only have, regarding this exercise, I have 1 minute at 70 beats per minute, then 1 minute at 80, 1 minute at 90, 1 minute at 100, 1 minute at 110, and then I'll push it to 105, and then I'll try and push it to 120. But to be honest with you, I'm not really happy with it going to 120, because 115 rather is it's too stiff, and I don't want to create a bad habit. I want to push it, but I don't want to create a bad habit.